You guys welcome out to Keyholes, and yes, obviously the Royal Rumble, the WWE Royal Rumble has officially just came to an end, and honestly, it's an interesting one to talk about. To be fair, this Royal Rumble, it's a real bloody interesting one to talk about, because obviously, there were some, I mean, there were some fairly interesting moments, should I say, but the majority of it, I don't know, it wasn't the greatest of Royal Rumbles. Let's be real, it was not the greatest of Royal Rumbles that I think we will see. Yeah, I expected better, and obviously in the actual, like, in the men's Royal Rumble, in the women's Royal Rumble matches, I expected a little bit better from like returns. And I don't think we really saw one return in the men's Royal Rumble or the women's. We didn't see. No, actually, no, we did in the women's, not the men's. Like in the men's, well, we saw Cody Rhodes, but he was already expected anyway. And then, I mean, we got Booker T, but I would not really count that as a return, if I'm being honest. He's like a commentator on NXT anyway, Booker T. So I wouldn't count that as a Blade return. So, yeah, I thought the men's Royal Rumble was pretty lackluster, to be fair. It was not great. But Nia Jax returned in the in the women's one. Nia Jax made a return in the women's Royal Rumble. I think, yeah, that was probably the biggest shock of the night. Of course, obviously we saw Sami Zayn turning on Roman Reigns, and then obviously the Bloodline beating him up at the end because Sami Zayn wanted to save his friend Kevin Owens. Well, his old friend Kevin Owens. So I guess they're going to be mates again, and all, which would be interesting. But yeah, honestly, let's get into it then. Get into it. So obviously our first match that we did have the men's Royal Rumble match. And yeah, Cody Rhodes got the win. Cody Rhodes, of course, won that, and he came in at number 30, obviously, and I think that's what most people were expecting. We were either expecting Cody Rhodes to come in and win from number 1, or come in last and win from number 30. I think that's basically what most people expected. But yeah, I thought, the men's one this year, I thought was pretty unpredictable. I was trying to convince myself a lot that The Rock was gonna make a big Blade return. I was trying to convince myself that because I was like, oh, it's in Hollywood, so hopefully he can try and make a return. But yeah, I was trying to convince myself, but no, it didn't happen. Didn't happen in the end, obviously. But yeah, Cody Rhodes winning the Royal Rumble, I think's definitely good. If Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns is the fight that happens, which most likely Blade will be, then I'll be looking forward to that one. To be fair, I will definitely be looking forward to that one. So yeah, Cody Rhodes won he obviously won the Royal Rumble match by eliminating Gunther, who was in there from number 1 all the way until the end, where he finished second place in the Royal Rumble. But obviously, second place ain't good enough. You want to win, and Cody Rhodes was the winner. But yeah, Gunther did really well. I thought, yeah, I think he broke a record for like the longest time, I think, in the Royal Rumble, and I think he got the most eliminations this year as well, Gunther. I can check here. He's in it 1 hour 11 minutes. So yeah, 5 eliminations for Gunther. Wait, and Cody Rhodes got 5 eliminations as well, actually. So Cody Rhodes got 5 eliminations, and Gunther got 5 eliminations. So yeah, they both did. Then Brock Lesnar got 3. Yeah, okay. Drew McIntyre, he got 3 as well. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so Cody Rhodes won now, obviously. Good performance from Gunther. Logan Paul made an appearance as well. I wouldn't really say, I mean, it was a bit, I wouldn't say it was a shock, but it's a bit of a surprise that, he's back from his play injury like that early, obviously. people were expecting him to be out for longer. He put in a good performance, to be fair, Logan Paul. He had a massive blade clash in the middle of the ring with Ricochet when they both jumped off each rope. And big bloody clash in the ring. Which, I mean, that was pretty cool, to be fair. That was very pretty cool, to be fair. That was probably the best moment of the Royal Rumble, where Ricochet and Logan Paul were both on opposite sides of the ropes and jumped and clashed in the ring. It was a great blade collision to watch. Probably the best bit of that men's Royal Rumble, to be fair, that part, in my opinion. Booker T, as I said, he made his appearance. I didn't like this match. I did not like this match at all. Booker T, made an appearance. That's it. Edge returned, then he eliminated all of the Judgment Day apart from Dominic Mysterio. No. Oh yeah, he eliminated the judge. He eliminated Edge, eliminated Damian Priest and Finn Balor. But then they ended up eliminating. But then they were annoyed, so they ended up pulling Edge out of the ring. So they also eliminated Edge as well. Finn Balor and Damian Priest. I just think I did not enjoy this Royal Rumble match at all. I was just sat there just trying to wait for a return. Then when you get to 20, then you're like, nah, it's not happening. When you know, in the back of your head, there's some others who they've announced who haven't walked out yet. So and then we were hoping for number 29, it was Logan Paul, and then number 28, Ricochet. I don't know, it wasn't. Disappointed. I'm disappointed, to be fair, with that match. It was not great, and I don't think many other people really enjoy it too much either. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you're new, guys. It would, of course, me a lot if you could. I wanted Seth Rollins to win, to be fair. He was in there for 37 minutes. Rey Mysterio was unable to compete. That's what happened with him. Technically, Rey Mysterio actually won because Cody Rhodes stepped over the top rope to leave the ring, I'm assuming. And then Rey Mysterio, they pulled him out of it, obviously, though. But okay. Cody Rhodes got the win. Cody Rhodes got the win, which I am happy about, to be fair. Even though it's very predictable, but I think a Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes match at WrestleMania will be a very, very unpredictable match, to be fair. I think it's going to be very unpredictable and a good one, to be fair. Honestly, it's I do think though, if that one does happen, then it would definitely be very, very hard to actually find it would actually be very, very hard to try and think of a winner in that one, to be fair. It's an interesting one. It's a very, very interesting one. I'm kind of edging to Cody at this moment in time, though, because it kind of does look like the bloodline are kind of falling apart a bit, to be fair. So it kind of does look like they're falling apart. So I would kind of edge that to Cody Rhodes if that match is to happen. I think I would go with Cody Rhodes if Cody Rhodes does fight Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. My early pick would be Cody Rhodes. So Cody Rhodes won the men's Royal Rumble. Then obviously next Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight. Bray Wyatt and LA Knight. This one was a shocking match, to be fair. This one was an absolutely shocking match, which I did not enjoy at all. I thought, obviously, they had to cut them shorter because obviously the Royal Rumble matches are obviously the longest matches. So the 1 versus 1 matches and all, they weren't exactly all that long because obviously the Royal Rumbles usually on an hour or so or an hour or so. So I don't know what to say about this one. The ending, I guess, was all right when. They took it wasn't right actually. They just took LA Knight over and did stuff. I don't know. And then Uncle Howdy jumped up on off the table onto him. I mean, honestly, it was honestly, it was not great. To be fair, the whole thing was a mess. If I'm being completely honest, the whole thing, that whole segment between I mean, between Bray Wyatt and LA Knight was not great, and I mean it was a decent build up to it as well, just to get that a pitch black match. It wasn't even pitch black. I don't know. It's pretty. I don't know. It was not great. Saints Junior says I give the men's Royal Rumble match an 8. Oh, I mean, I didn't rate that one, did I? I don't know. I'd probably give it like, I'd probably give it like, I don't know, a 5 probably, because there was no like big return. I was just disappointed throughout watching that one, to be fair. So I wouldn't go too high, but your opinion is an 8, which I guess I can kind of see where it's coming from though, because there were some interesting highlights. So, but yeah, LA Knight, the whole Bray Wyatt thing, yeah, good build up to it, but then yeah, the match was not great at all. It's not a good watch, and it was a shambles. It was an absolute shambles of a match. I'd probably give it a 2 out of 10. LA Knight and Bray Wyatt. I mean, that one was absolutely awful. To be fair. Are you talking about storytelling or the match? Two different. So basically the storytelling going into LA Knight and Bray Wyatt was good. That's what I'm saying. The storyline was good, but the match was awful though. That's the thing. The match was absolutely awful, but I thought the build up and the storytelling was pretty good. But yeah, I don't want to see these two meet in the ring again. I don't want to see them do a rematch at the Elimination Chamber. I just don't want to see these two again, to be fair. Yeah. Okay, who's next? Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss. Yeah, that one was only like a 5-minute match as well. That one. Yeah, that did not go on for long at all. That was like a 5-minute match, which was again a pretty poor match. Again, I mean, it was decent for a 5-minute match. Alexa Bliss and Bianca Belair. I mean, it was all right. It was all right. Storytelling was all right. Build up, obviously, even after the match. Obviously, Bianca Belair won with the KOD. There wasn't really like too many highlights, but it was a bit back and forth though. So I guess that's why it was all right. But yeah, then after the match, obviously, we saw Alexa Bliss again getting hypnotized by Bray Wyatt. It's boring me, that one now. It's been going on for about 3 years now, that whole Alexa Bliss and Bray Wyatt thing, and it's just never ending. So yeah, it's so annoying. I just don't like. I'm not entertained by the whole Alexa Bliss and Bray Wyatt thing. So yeah, I hope that stops. I hope it stops. Yeah, let's quickly put out a poll. Let's see what like people are saying and stuff. So we'll put out a poll quick. What do you rate? Do you rate the Royal Rumble event? Event. Event. Okay, so we'll do like 1 to 5. No, 1 to 3, and then 3 to 6, and then we'll do like 7 to 10. Yeah, okay. Oh, 7. Oh, wait, no, 7 or 8, or 9 to 10. Okay. You guys vote on that, of course. You guys vote on that poll. Say what you think about what you would rate the event in general, of course. I'll come back to that at the end. So yeah, Bianca Belair did beat Alexa Bliss, but yeah, Alexa Bliss obviously after the match, I think, was the main talking point with all that stuff going on with Bray Wyatt. I mean, literally all of after the matches were the main talking point, basically. After the Bray Wyatt LA Knight thing, I mean, that one, that was basically about after the match, and the reason why it was about what happened after the match is because of what happened, like when Uncle Howdy like jumped through the table. That was basically the whole highlight of that, and the highlight of how awful that pitch black match was. Then obviously after the match with Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss, it was mostly the storylines about. It was mostly after the match again because, of course, yeah, it's mostly talking about after the match again because of what happened with the whole Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss thing. Bray Wyatt wasn't there, but obviously, the whole thing like popping up on the screen and stuff. So, there was obviously that. Of course, there was obviously that, and then as well, after. And then as well, yeah, obviously after that, it was Rhea Ripley winning the Women's Royal Rumble match. I'm just very disappointed with that show. That's why I'm not really too upbeat about it, because I'm just really disappointed with how it was. But yeah, obviously, yeah, Rhea Ripley beat Liv. She beat Liv Morgan to win it, but Rhea Ripley did win the Women's Royal Rumble match. It was a very good performance by her. She was number one with 7 eliminations in that one. 7 eliminations for Rhea Ripley, starting from number one, lasting the whole time, and pretty good performance by her. I believe she got the most eliminations. So let's have a look. Let's have a very quick look. So Rhea Ripley got 7 eliminations. Liv Morgan got 3. Bailey got 5. But basically all of them were like eliminating Dakota Kai and Io Sky. With with the help of Dakota Kai and Io Sky, they were both obviously eliminating, like by the hell they just had all play like joint eliminations in that one. And then of course we saw BFAB in that one as well. I was looking forward to seeing her in there, but she was only in there for 36 seconds. That was pretty disappointing. Actually, Blade went out that early. To be fair, who else? Oh, we saw Roxanne Perez as well. Obviously, the NXT Women's Champion. We saw her making an appearance in the women's match, which was good to see. Obviously Chelsea Green. She came back. That she probably got like I think like the second biggest pop in that match. I think Chelsea Green got after Nia Jax, who got the loudest pop after. Obviously, Nia Jax got the loudest pop. Obviously, after returning, she hasn't been seen for like ages. That's why. Make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. It would have cost me a lot if you could. But yeah, Nia Jax, I give her. I mean, I would say that she got the biggest pop, and then obviously from the crowd, pop from the crowd. I don't want to make anything sound dodgy. And then obviously. Nia Jax got eliminated by like all of the 11 other women in the ring with her. How long was she in there for? Let me try and see. How long was she actually in there for? I don't know. It doesn't tell me. But yeah, don't tell me the time she was in there for. She wasn't in there for that long. I would say she was in there for like 2 minutes at best or something. Nia Jax. Nia Jax was not in there for long whatsoever. Like honestly, she was not in there for long at all. She was not playing there for long at all. Then obviously, obviously Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley won by eliminating Liv Morgan. They had a decent scrap at the end of that as well, to be fair, which was good to see. They did. Then obviously, I forgot to mention at the end of the men's Royal. Oh yeah, right, we're back. Yeah, obviously, as I was saying, we saw a good scrap between Cody Rhodes and Gunther to We saw a good scrap between Cody Rhodes and Gunther to kind of like end that one, which was good. Which was good. Good scrap between those two. Yeah, that one was good, of course, as well. But yeah, so yeah, Rhea Ripley winning the Women's Royal Rumble. Okay, right, we're back. But yeah, so yeah, Rhea Ripley versus not Nia Jax. Rhea Ripley, sorry, versus Bianca Belair would be my ideal one that I would like to see happen. Like that's the ideal one, isn't it? That you want to see at WrestleMania, Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. That's most likely to happen as well, as they're obviously both on Raw. So we're most likely to see, yeah, we're obviously quite likely on seeing that happen, which would be very good. It'll be a very good match if it's Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley, and I'm sure we can get a good story in there as well. She'll probably get bullied by the Judgment Day, Bianca Belair. She'll get bullied by the Judgment Day for a bit, and then probably the Street Profits will then help her. So then it'll be a bit of a feud between Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, Rhea Ripley, and then obviously Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Dominic, and Rhea. Then you probably have someone else join the Street Profits to make it even, 4 versus 4, something like that. And during the whole build up to that fight and all. So yeah, that'd be interesting. Okay, then obviously at the end it was Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. Wait, yeah. So Cody Rhodes will challenge Roman Reigns. Rhea Ripley will challenge Bianca Belair, I think, not Charlotte. And yeah, for Cody, Roman's the only person out there who we can challenge. Okay, so yeah, obviously Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens in the main event. This one was interesting. This one was very interesting. It's a pretty good match, right? It wasn't that long. It was like it was 19 minutes 50. So no, it's fairly long. Like, I mean, to be fair though, like they did spend about like 10 minutes on like the whole aftermatch thing, because obviously with the whole thing with them turning on Sami Zayn. But yeah, we saw some great stuff here. Obviously, we saw some, like, it always happens in Roman Reigns matches where we see some of those shenanigans where obviously, the referee gets knocked out of the bloody ring and then the other guy ends up pinning him. It literally happened so much. I believe that happened in the Drew McIntyre match that he had a Clash at the Castle. It happens so much in like Roman Reigns matches where like there's some shenanigans with like the referee and stuff, like him falling outside of the ring and then like the other guy like being able to pin him, then have him on the floor. So it's always in Roman Reigns matches where we like see some shenanigans going on with the referee. It's a bit annoying. It's very predictable that it's just going to happen. Like the referee's just going to get bashed outside the ring, and then you'll just see some stupid shenanigans like that, which you just don't want to see. Yeah. That's the thing. It's annoying, to be fair. It's annoying and predictable. And that was just the bad thing about this show. Like, these matches were so predictable today. That's what I don't like. I think both Royal Rumbles were both fairly predictable as well. I think both Royal Rumbles were predictable. But I tell you what wasn't predictable, though. Obviously, Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens was great. Yeah, we saw some shenanigans. Kevin Owens had them on the floor, and then the crowd the crowd counted to 5 that Roman Reigns was down for when the referee was outside the ring, when obviously Kevin Owens did the power bomb to him. Kevin Owens hit a good couple of swanton bombs. Kevin Owens did kick out of a spear. Roman Reigns speared him. Kevin Owens kicked out. Roman landed 1 or 2 Superman punches during the fight as well. Then obviously during the match, I think Roman Reigns wanted Sami Zayn to hand him over a chair during the match when the referee was down, and then there was communications going on outside the ring with them. Then there was Paul Heyman just worshipping Roman Reigns, and then obviously Roman Reigns did end up winning the match. He did low blow Kevin Owens when the ref was down. Surprise. But Roman Reigns ended up winning the match with the spear, of course, and So Roman Reigns won the match with the spear. Of course he did. And then Roman Reigns retained the Universal title, the Undisputed Universal title. So yeah, and then obviously after the match, the Bloodline Blade just continued to beat up Kevin Owens after the match and all. And then, of course, we did end up seeing them tying Kevin Owens up to the handcuffs, and then the Usos with Blade continuously super kicking Kevin Owens. I honestly lost count how many super kicks they gave him. Blade gave Kevin Owens a load of super kicks when they had him handcuffed to the rope. That was Blade a bit brutal of them, to be fair. And then, they kept on super kicking Kevin Owens while he was tied to the rope. Then Roman Reigns did his thing. And then Roman was just stood there watching with Sami Zayn as the Usos were super kicking him and all. Then Roman was about to hit him on the head with the chair. Then obviously that's when Sami Zayn said, "Nah, stop, you don't need to do this, mate." And then there's a bit like 2 minutes awkwardness between those two, just waiting to see what Sami's going to do. Will he hit Kevin or will he hit Roman? I think it was clear, like, when Sami Zayn like did stop Roman from doing it, like that's when he would turn on Roman. But yeah, I didn't expect it to happen tonight, to be fair. And then obviously Roman gave Sami the chair. Then he said hit him, and then obviously Sami ended up hitting Roman Reigns instead of Kevin Owens. And then obviously Jey Uso actually walked off. Jey Uso, and then obviously Jimmy Uso super kicked him, and then Solo Sikoa was also going after Sami Zayn, but then Jey Uso walked off. He didn't want to do anything to Sami Zayn, and it's interesting because obviously, Sami Zayn was the person who didn't trust. Sorry, not Sami Zayn. Jey Uso was the person who didn't actually even trust Roman Reigns. No, I'm getting my words confused. He was the person that didn't trust Sami Zayn, but now he looks to be signing with Sami Zayn. Like, he didn't do anything to the Bloodline. He just walked off because he didn't want to do anything to Sami. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to obviously Monday on Raw, or it might be Friday where we see the whole fallout to that. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I mean, Kevin Owens, I'm guessing he might be out for a few weeks. They might have written him off TV for a few weeks or something, because obviously I'm sure they wouldn't want him to really be all right after how many shots he took with the super kicks and with the chair and all. And Jesus Christ. But yeah, honestly, I thought the ending was good. I thought the ending basically really helped the show basically build. I think the ending saved the show. I think the ending definitely saved the show, in my opinion. If it wasn't for the ending, then, there'd be no talking point whatsoever, and it would have been the most dead show we've seen in a very long time. But the ending saved the show. Basically, the ending just plain went on and saved that show. And if it wasn't for the ending, then they would have received so much Blade backlash from so many people if it wasn't for that ending. So, honestly, the men's Royal Rumble, I just can't believe how awful it was. I mean, last year I remember not being happy that Brock Lesnar won, but I remember it being pretty good, though, last year's men's Royal Rumble. But this year, it was absolutely awful. It was absolutely awful, the men's Royal Rumble this year. It's the worst one I think I've ever seen. 2015 one wasn't great, and that's saying something. But yeah, and I think this one was even worse than the 2015 men's Royal Rumble match. Honestly, it was absolutely shocking. Make sure you guys drop a like on the stream and subscribe if you're new. It would have cost me a lot if you could, guys. But yeah, I thought today's men's Royal Rumble match was absolutely shocking. No wonder they put it first. No wonder they made it the first match, because nothing special happened. I mean, what were they thinking, though? Like, why are they not getting any returns or anything, or shock, or were they like shocks or anything? Like, where was The Rock? Like, obviously, clearly he's not returning. It looks like clearly, like, the Blade Rock's like not returning to WWE. I think that's clear now. Like, he's not coming back, unfortunately. And Yeah, obviously, if The Rock was back, he would have won. I wish The Rock did return though, but is what it is. Cody Rhodes versus The Rock will be good though, and not The Rock. I'm getting my words so messed up today. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns will definitely be very, very good. To be fair, it will be a very good match, and I'll be looking forward to it. And it's a very unpredictable one. You just don't know what way that one's going to go. To be fair, so yeah, you've got to play keep an eye on that one. You've got to play keep an eye on it. So yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to it. Yes. What was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say now. Oh yeah. Obviously, yeah, I need to rate the show, of course. Okay, so far we got the votes first. So 3 to 6, 7 to 8, 9 to 10. Okay. Yeah, the ending definitely saved that show. I'd probably, I don't know, make sure you vote on the poll if you haven't already done so, guys. And obviously subscribe if you're new for more content, of course, guys. Subscribe if you're new, drop a like. And obviously get in the live chat as well. But yeah, honestly, yeah, the ending saved the show. And yeah, I am disappointed. I'm very disappointed with what we saw today. It's, in my opinion, a very disappointing show. I mean, so if I rate all the matches just quick, so we go back over it. So the men's Royal Rumble match, I would give a 5. Because obviously, like with the Royal Rumbles, I know it wasn't a great Royal Rumble match, but you know, Royal Rumbles, they always have something about it. So I can't give it below a 5. So I will give it a 5. I'll give the men's Royal Rumble match a 5. So the men's Royal Rumble match gets a 5. The pitch black match with LA Knight and Bray Wyatt gets a 2. It's the worst match I've ever seen in WWE. Nah, probably not, but nah, just the stipulation, them hyping it up so much, and then it being that, nah. So yeah, Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight gets a 2. Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss, I'd probably give it a 6. We did see a few bits of Blade back and forth action, but yeah, it's a bit too quick for my liking, though. That one. Rhea Ripley winning the Women's Royal Rumble. What would I give the Women's Royal Rumble? I reckon I'd give it a 7. Again, like it wasn't exactly great. It was better than the men's, though, and I gave the men's a 6, and it was quite a bit better than the men's. But I can't give the Women's Royal Rumble match an 8, though. So yeah, I'd give that one a 7. And then obviously Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. I thought the match was pretty good, though, to be fair. But we just need to stop seeing some of this play like stupid shenanigans stuff that happens in Roman Reigns matches, though, where like referees getting knocked outside of the ring, and then so like referees getting knocked outside the ring, like you just don't want to see that. Like we just see it all the times, like whenever. So I know for a fact at WrestleMania where it's Roman Reigns versus Kevin, what is going on? Where it's Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Sorry, we're gonna see some kind of shenanigans where the ref's gonna get knocked outside the ring. I'm pretty 100% sure that we're gonna see the referee get knocked outside the ring in that match. And then someone gets an ear fall or something like that. I don't know, but the referees definitely play getting knocked outside the ring as per usual with a Roman Reigns match. I mean, yeah, I mean, ideally though, like I don't know, like are we ever gonna see Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn? Are we gonna see Roman Reigns and Jey Uso again go at it? I like it's. There are options, but you know, obviously Cody Rhodes needs to main event WrestleMania, of course, and he'll fight Roman. But where does this leave us with the whole Sami Zayn storyline and the Jey Uso storyline? What could happen? Like, where does it leave us with the whole Sami Zayn thing? Like, I think that's something I don't know. To be fair, I don't know like where it leaves us with the whole Sami Zayn situation and all, to be fair. And yeah, it's that's pretty annoying, to be fair. That is pretty annoying that we don't know the whole situation which is going on with that, to be fair. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what they might do. I don't know. Where does this leave the LA Knights? I mean, with the whole Bray Wyatt situation, where do we go from there? Like, I don't want to see LA Knight and Bray Wyatt happen ever again. Like, I do not want to ever see that match happen again. I don't want the storyline to continue. Even though I think the storyline's been alright, I just don't want it to continue. I don't want to see these two again. I don't want it to happen at the Elimination Chamber. Just, both of them just move on, hopefully. I don't know what LA Knight would move on to though. Bray Wyatt would be interesting, of course. Gunter, I think Gunter's an interesting talk. Obviously, he had a great showing in the Royal Rumble. I think Gunter, in my opinion, should probably. I kind of want to see Gunter versus Drew McIntyre. To be fair, they obviously had a bit of square off in the Royal Rumble match, and I want to see Gunter and Drew McIntyre go at it. That would be pretty good. Because obviously we've seen Gunter and Sheamus. That one was obviously a great match, and now I do think it makes sense as well if we do go on and do Drew McIntyre versus Gunter, and it makes sense because obviously. They're both on SmackDown. Drew McIntyre is obviously not in the world title picture right now. He's not in the WWE Championship picture right now anymore. And he's doing his whole tag team thing with Sheamus. You might as well just move to that mid-card title and go at it with Gunter because that's definitely a match that a lot of people are interested in. So you might play well move on to something like that or something. I think that'd be cool. To be fair, if something like that does go on and happen, I think that'd be pretty good. But yeah, we will have to wait and see we'll have to wait and see what they do. We'll have to wait and see what they do. Elimination Chamber's next, though, of course. Elimination Chamber's next. So, what I'm guessing is, with the whole thing, is that Rhea Ripley's going to either choose Bianca Belair or Charlotte. It's going to be Bianca Belair. So, they'll fight at WrestleMania. So, what's going to happen is we'll see a Women's Elimination Chamber match. Whoever wins that will fight Charlotte at WrestleMania. I'm feeling that might be Ronda, even though I really don't want it to be. But yeah, at the Elimination Chamber, they'll do a match to see who fight Charlotte at WrestleMania, and whoever wins that fight Charlotte for the women's for the SmackDown Women's title. I think they should do. I do think they should do an Intercontinental Championship Elimination Chamber match. I quite like to see that. To be fair, where I don't know, Gunter, Drew McIntyre. You can even put Sheamus in there as well. Even though I say even Sheamus because obviously Drew and Sheamus are mates at the moment, but you can still put them both in there. Gunter, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre in there. You can put Ricochet in there, Braun Strowman in there. Even though Ricochet and Braun Strowman are mates, though. But you could put Braun Strowman in there. Ricochet's had his chance anyway. So, yeah, you could put Braun Strowman in there. I don't know, even Rey Mysterio you can stick in there. Kofi Kingston, Karrion Kross, I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, you can just stick some interesting matches on in the Elimination Chamber, to be fair. And then what other feuds are there, though, that we would see? And then we'll probably I don't know with the the Elimination Chamber is only 3 weeks away. It's only 3 weeks away. Let me just check. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's only 3 weeks away. The Elimination Chamber. So we have not got long at all, and we've not got long at all for them to build up on a few things. So it'd be interesting to see what they do. It'll be very, very interesting to see what they do and some feuds that they do build up. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very, very interesting to see what they do and what happens with all of the whole Blade thing. But yeah, I guess we will have to wait and see what goes down, of course. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, of course. I'm really, really looking forward to it. What would I give the show overall just before we do wrap up? What would I rate the whole show in general? Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a pretty disappointing one. But a very good ending though. A great ending to the pay-per-view, but overall it's pretty lackluster. But the ending was very good. Possibly one of the greatest ever endings, but it's so hard. Because of the ending, I think a 7. Because of the ending, I think a 7 it can get. It can get a 7 because of the ending. It can get a 7 because of the ending. That's basically the only reason why it's getting a 7. If it wasn't for the ending, I'd probably give it like a 4 or a 5. But because the ending was that good, it can get a 7, in my opinion. It can get a 7 because the ending was that bloody good. Anyway, guys, yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Honestly, great bloody ending to a pay-per-view. Great ending. But overall pretty poor, but what's the bloody ending it was. So yeah, guys. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up here. Thank you for watching this video of King Owls. I will speak to you on the next one. I'll probably do a review for the Elimination Chamber in a few weeks, of course, as well. That'll probably be my next WWE video that's uploaded on here, of course, the Elimination Chamber review. Looking forward to that, of course. Anyway, guys, drop a like on the stream, subscribe if you're new. It would, of course, be good if you could subscribe if you haven't already done so, guys. Anyway, thank you for watching. Speak to you on the next one. And yeah, honestly, interesting show. Anyway, guys, speak to you all in the next one. Thanks for watching this video of King Owls. Speak to you on the next one. Subscribe if you're new. Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace out.